Hello, this is WaterLily716 or Sarah, and today I'm going to do a video about a Curly Girl Method beginner's kit sort of thing. I've seen like beginner's makeup kit videos, so I thought this would be a good one for my channel because I know a lot of people find my channel and then they find the Curly Girl Method video and then they find some more information on the internet and then they get like a little overwhelmed, and I kind of frequently get asked like, what products do you recommend or stuff, or like, I'm starting out the method just now, like what do you expect me to try? And this video is kind of inspired by someone who asked me just recently for this, so I thought I would just put together some basic affordable products and accessories if you want to start out the method, and like what I think of the essential things are that you're going to need. I have a lot of products to talk about, but most of them are just to give you guys options, so yeah. I'm going to go ahead and get into the video. So starting off, I know a lot of people like to do the Curly Girl method with a sulfate-free shampoo, which you probably are going to need if you swim in chlorine, or sometimes if you accidentally use a silicone-free product, then you kind of want a sulfate-free shampoo to cleanse your hair, or you know, just every once in a while. I know a lot of people like to do the sulfate-free shampoo. So if you're going to ask me from the drugstore, and I think you find this at Target mostly, has them pretty reliably, but a lot of other drugstores carry this line. I'm going to say the Shea Moisture shampoos. Any of them really. This one is the Shea Butter Moisture Retention Shampoo. It smells really good. It smells like honeysuckle and rosemary, and it's about $10, so great shampoo. It doesn't strip your hair at all, and it leaves it not squeaky clean. It's really gentle, sulfate free, so yeah, that is what I would recommend. Now, what I do on an everyday basis, this is for like maybe every week, every 2 weeks, once every month when you go swimming, but for an everyday basis, your foundation for the Curly Girl method is conditioner washing. Now, I like to use a separate conditioner for conditioner washing. You don't have to, but I like to do it because I just go through so much of it, and I like to buy cheapo conditioners for that reason, because my rinse out conditioners tend to be a little bit more expensive, so it's like, why bother buying such an expensive conditioner and then just slathering it all over my scalp. So my favorite are these Suave Naturals ones. This one is coconut scent. I also love the pomegranate, the ocean breeze, but any of the Suave Naturals, make sure it is Suave Naturals, will do as a great conditioner washing conditioner. So yeah, and the Suave stuff is like $2. Are the VO5 conditioners. They have like a strawberry Moisture Milks one and like a kiwi one, I think, or maybe it's lime. But I really like those, and sometimes I vary from them. I don't have a bottle to show you guys, but that is another really cheap conditioner wash conditioner you can get. I prefer the Suave because it's thicker, and the VO5 is like thinner, so like I feel like it just all drips off and I don't get any on my scalp, but yeah. And then as far as a rinse out conditioner, my all-time favorite conditioner, and this runs at about $6 or $8, I believe. This is the from Sally's Beauty Supply. It's the Generic Value Products Conditioning Balm, and it's a knockoff of the Matrix Conditioning Balm. It looks like this, and it's super thick, super moisturizing, great slip. It's like hands down my like all-time favorite conditioner, so this one is good. And if you're not going to run to a Sally's from the drugstore, I do recommend the Tresemme Naturals ones as rinse out conditioners. They have pretty good slip. Not as moisturizing as this, but they're definitely cheap and affordable and silicone free. The conditioners from Tresemme Naturals. So yeah. But this one is better. If you wanted, you could just buy one conditioner to use for conditioner washing and rinsing out of the length of your hair and tangling the length of your hair. And I recommend you buy a thicker one, like either the Generic Value Products or Tresemme Naturals, instead of going with the cheapo one, just because moisturizing your hair is so important for curly hair. And then next, we're going to move on to styling. My all-time favorite leave-in conditioner is this Kinky Curly Knot Today. It's about $10 or $11, and you can find it at Target, but it's very worth it, and you don't have to use a lot, so a little goes a long way with this. And it smells kind of like coconuts, and it literally will melt the tangles out of your hair, and will just keep your hair super moisturized all day long, and it's really nice. It's really worth it. works great. If you want, you can just use one conditioner to conditioner wash, put in the length of your hair, and leave in. And I'd recommend like the generic value products, not the Trust Me Naturals, because I think it has a drying alcohol in it. But this is really good too. Alternative to the Kinky Curly is the Giovanni Direct Leave-In. I believe you can find this at Ulta, some Targets, and definitely Whole Foods. You can also find Kinky Curly at Whole Foods or like other organic stores, but the Giovanni is another good leave-in. I think it runs at about $6 to $8, so it's a bit cheaper, and it's good leave-in. I've used it in the past. It's nice. Not quite as good as Kinky Curly in my opinion, but there you have it. There's another option. So yeah. And then the next thing I have to recommend is kind of a frizz reducer slash serum. Especially if you live in a very humid environment, this can be very good for you. And I don't have a bottle of this with me, sorry, but I recommend using KY brand personal lubricant. Sounds strange, but the ingredients compare really similarly to this, which is Curly Hair Solutions Curl Keeper. You can only really find this online or if you live in like Toronto, but you can find personal lubricant anywhere. So I recommend the KY brand or an off brand. Like I've tried the CVS off brand, which is like the same ingredients. And you can just layer them on after your leave-in conditioner, and it's really good helping calm the frizz. That is a totally optional thing. But you probably also want some sort of hold product, either a mousse or a gel. I like gels, so I'm going to talk about gels. My favorite is the LA Looks Sport Gel. It's super cheap. I think this whole bottle is like $4 or $5. And this smells so good. It smells like clean or something. It smells really good, and you get a ton, and it has a nice hard hold. If you'd rather not have this hard hold, they have the like curly gel or like the Nutricurl gel, which is a couple pegs down on the hold scale that you can try. So I just love that one. I've been using it forever. And then another one I really like is the Aussie Instant Freeze Gel. And this one also is a bit of a softer hold than the LA Looks, and it's really great. Has a wild cherry scent. It smells great. So those are all the products I recommend. And if you really want to go down, you could literally get by on the method with just one nice thick moisturizing conditioner to use for your co-wash, rinse out, and leave-in, and a gel probably. You could get by pretty cheap if you want to, but I'm a product junkie, so I recommend lots of things. Sorry. And then I wanted to recommend a couple key product accessories you'll need. First thing I'm going to recommend that's really essential is to have some sort of wide tooth comb for detangling. A lot of people recommend wide tooth combs. This one is just from Sally's Beauty Supply. They have a great range of combs and stuff if you don't have one, just because combs really are great for detangling curly hair. Or another one that I like personally, this is the Tingle Teaser, which you can also find at Sally's Beauty Supply, and it's a really nice brush. But you're going to need some sort of detangler. And then the next thing I'm going to say that's pretty essential is you're going to need t-shirts. And t-shirts, why do you need t-shirts for your hair? For drying your hair off, because normal terry cloth towels, like your normal average towel, have these little fibers all over them, and those cause frizz. So just t-shirts. This one is from Key West, Florida. Woo! But just t-shirts are the best thing to scrunch out water. And I also think anyone who tries the curly girl method should try plopping at least once, and that's what you need to plop. So yeah. And then the last like essential I can recommend is a satin sleep cap. You can also get a satin sleep pillow. This satin sleep cap is from an Etsy shop that I don't remember, but we'll put below. But you can find just a really basic satin sleep cap at Sally's Beauty Supply, Walmart, anywhere that sells hair supplies will have a sleep cap. And this is to help you get second day hair, which means you won't have to wash your hair on the second day, which is very helpful. So the satin sleep cap is a must. And then a couple like I have two extra accessories that you might want. And the first is a diffuser. Just if you like to blow dry your hair, I know a lot of people don't and they just sort of air dry. That's what I do most of the time. But for like those days when you don't want to walk out of the house with wet hair, or if it's freezing out or whatever, you need a diffuser attachment for your blow dryer to help diffuse the air and not cause frizz. And I have a video on how to do this in the Pixie Curl method, it's called, which really helps reduce frizz from diffusing if you want to check that out. But yeah, I recommend having a diffuser attachment if you use a blow dryer. And if you travel a lot, you can also get a hot sock. They're about $5 off Amazon, and they can go on any dryer, so it's really nice. Don't know where mine is because I'm a little disorganized at the moment, but I'll put a link to it definitely down below. And then the last thing I'm going to recommend, this is just something that I use over and over in my curly hair routine, so I really like it. It is the Hair Therapy Wrap. It is a microwavable heating cap to use when you're doing deep treatments in your hair. And doing deep treatments, you don't have to go out and buy a fancy one from the store. You can just make them. I made a video on how to do your own moisturizing treatment, which things you probably things you probably have in your kitchen. So it's really great. And basically you just apply your deep treatment to wet hair, saran wrap your head, and then you pop this in the microwave for like 2 minutes or so, or a minute. It comes out hot and you can just stick it on your head and it helps the moisture to really penetrate. I know a lot of people start the curly girl method because they're kind of exasperated with their hair. Maybe it's really damaged from heat, or maybe it's just bad, and they're having lots of problems with it. It's kind of frizzy, so putting that moisture back into your hair with deep treatments can really help that. So that's an optional thing, but I just thought I would recommend it. So yeah, that is all the things I want to mention in the Curly Girl Method Beginners Kit. If you want to watch the rest of my videos on the Curly Girl Method, I'll have links below, as well as to the WikiHow article that I've mostly written, that kind of shows you how to do the whole method and everything. And I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please ask below. And I hope I've outlined in this video the ways that you could streamline this into a routine with less products that's sort of cheaper and easier and all around good and stuff. So yeah. That is it for this video. Best of luck to anyone that is starting out the Curly Girl Method. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.